Yo, boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old-fashioned boomy, and pretty much all there is to it is, it's actually pretty complicated, but it's actually not. The only problem that there is like, is if you're getting focused, it comes down to like, you basically have to be cloning the DPS. You have to be cloning everybody. You can't just like clone the healer and just do damage. You basically are bleeding people, and then 99% of the time you're just spamming cyclones. As you can see, I'm trying to get my big moon fires off, or whatever they're called. I don't even know what the thing's called. It's like the moon something. It's like a long cast there, and it does a lot of damage. As you can see, we end up 50-0ing them right there, and we end up taking them out. Now, pretty much all there is on their damage, and really whenever you know you're going to be in trouble, you basically, that's when you want to start trying to fake cast cyclone. And as you can see, we actually get precog quite a lot this game. They're pretty much donating me precog, and you know, I went from like 2140 to like 2250, or like I think right now I'm like 2230 something, and I did that in like 2 queue sessions or whatever. But it is kind of frustrating when you're facing a lot of melee, because you do take the most damage. You're basically like, oh, you take a lot of damage. Unless you're sitting in bear form from like the start to the finish, you're really just dying the entire game. And as you can see here, I'm trying to fake cast them. They end up using stuns. Pretty much have 3 stuns, 2 grips, like so much, utility to basically stop me from casting. So here he ends up bopping me. So at this point, I can kind of just free cast, and they're pretty much just killing us all in this one. So I had to bear form again because no, I mean, everyone's dead. There's nothing we can do about it. They ended up going on me again. I'm pretty much just trying to live. I still have Rudy B, which is like the one thing, like I said, you don't really want to hold Root Beam, but at the same time, you kind of want to wait until you can pump damage. But yeah, you definitely want to use it early, because like any type of CC helps you. I actually almost end up dying right there, which is pretty crazy from 100-0. So here I'm trying to kite with my healer. So I'm trying to stay in his line, but I'm also not trying to be on top of him so he can't get CC'd or he can't get swapped to. So pretty much I'm staying on him. I'm trying to CC these guys off me, and I'm also staying in the healer's line. Because a lot of people will start running, and then they end up lining their healer, and that's not going to help nobody. So here I end up getting the Cyclone on the healer, and like I said, any type of CC on the healer will help your teammate a lot. As you can see, their amount of damage output is pretty insane right now compared to ours. And if you're wondering what the details are, I'm actually in a party for the Sparks quest, so I think that's why the details are like that. But, you know, pretty much just going in. Now, as you can see, I'm still cycloning the DPS. I'm trying to get these full moons off, because as you can see, they hit really hard when they get off. Here, I end up almost killing this guy. I think he actually dies right here. Nope, he ends up living, barely. And, that's all there is to it. So this guy ends up lining on my bleeds off, but I think he just dies here. I mean, yeah, there's not much they can do about that one. So really, if you can play around your healer and stuff, sometimes it's good, but a good enough DPS that don't kick nothing and they're really insanely good at kicking you, it is really difficult. Because you really can't do anything. Without precog, you're not going to be able to cast clone, you're not going to be able to get out of form, you're not going to be able to do nothing. The only thing that you can do is root beam and sit in bear form. And that's pretty much, and it's up to your other teammates to just pump out the damage necessary to get them off of you. That's just kind of how it is for a caster. If you get 2 melee on you, it's going to be a rough time. But regardless, we make it work. And really the only viable kill, you basically want to kill the person that can kill the quickest. Now everything can die, don't get me wrong, but like for this example, Windwalker's gonna die way faster than anything else would. This guy defused Karma's on the first global. He might have walled too. I don't think he actually did. Here I'm already 50% by the time they even touched me. I am end up dying through skin here. My healer has yet to be CC'd yet, so he has to PS me high. I get precog. I'm trying to run away here. I end up trying to cycle them away from me. And I'm pretty much just trying to kite them as much as possible. My guy puts down the orb here, but there's no point of going back now. I end up getting huge full moons here, and I actually end up killing him here. He gets globaled, and he gets absolutely hammered with damage. So that's why you don't ever want to let me free cast. You don't ever let a boomy free cast. Because once they get those full moons pumping, they're going to hit you. Like, if they get the 3-second full moon cast, it's going to hit you for about 50% of your HP. And they get 2 of them. But it's a huge cast. So if you just use any of your utility to stop that cast, they're really just wasting their time. So like that's what a lot of DPS high rated do. You never really cast Moon unless like you get precog, and then you maybe like on your burst. As you can see, my full Moon just hit absolutely insane. But otherwise, if they just train me, I'm never gonna get it off. You're only gonna get it off on your burst and on precog, and it has to be both at the same time, or else you're just never gonna get it. So here I try bear forming. I still have skin. I end up skinning. I get precog here. I'm trying to cyclone. I end up getting the full cyclone. He ends up trinketing. And at this point, I'm just gonna spam cyclone and try to stop their burst. For some reason, my thing's freezing up, so I can't really say what's going on too much. But we root B him. He ends up. The thing is, you can't really root beam an H-Bow anymore because they're all playing the racial that gets you at a root beam. So there's really no point of playing it. Like, you can root beam to like stop a cast or to like get your clone, because usually if you root beam them, even if they have the racial, they're still in the beam, so they can't use anything else. So I usually just do it for that like 1 second of or 1 or 2 seconds of just CC. So here I end up getting another clone here, pretty much just stopping their damage on me and allowing us to just sit there and cast. And as you can see, my red is absolutely like hammering the damage here. So I end up getting stunned here. I end up trying to, pop off some dam here. I sit bear form, try to get him away, typhoon away, try to cyclone him, try to cyclone precog. I almost get 50% 100 ode, or 50 ode. I end up getting, big dam here. He ends up hodging here. I'm gonna try to cyclone. I actually get the cyclone. He ends up doming, so I'm gonna run to the dome. I think he ends up gripping me out of it, so there's nothing I can do about that one. I end up going back in it. He ends up sacking me off that. So far we're not looking terrible. We're looking better than they are, as you can see. I think we end up actually almost killing him right here. Let's see. I get kicked and he ends up dying to the ret. So the ret is absolutely pumping. He's doing double everyone's damage because of that AoE final verdict, and we end up taking him out. And then this guy's complaining that I'm the best class in game, and I am the best. It's not about the class. It's about me. I'm just too good. I'm just the best at everything. He's very salty this evening because he can't seem to get a win, and that's tough. As you can see, his damage is lacking. He's not having a good time. Every time I'm on my Windwalker, I'm like top damage, and you know what I'm saying. But to be fair, they are donating me precog, so I am having a good time. In this lobby, this was a great lobby because I was getting precog donations. And whenever you get the precog donations, I actually end up trinking in there because I don't want to sit a Hajj. I end up getting precog, get a cyclone, he trinkets. So then again, so like I said, we're getting all of the CDs just by our cycloning. So you're getting like all the trinkets, you're just doing everything. And there's not. I end up root beaming him. Like I said, you only root beam for a second just to stop the healing. And even though he had sack on it, which was a good sack, I actually didn't even notice it. I just did it, or whatever. I end up getting free casting. My guy dies. We have swamp. We have death repair, and we use every single CD in the opener, even though I've cycloned them. So, we use everything in the opener, and that's why we die. I mean, if you want to use every single CD that we have in the opener, that's just how it's going to go. So, yeah, we end up absolutely getting destroyed, which is, like, pretty typical, because, I mean, to be fair, our healer used everything, and our guy used everything, so, it is what it is. But, yeah, for the last match here, we're facing the Windwalker, and at this point in time, we're just going to hit the Windwalker mainly, but obviously the Ret can die, too. But yeah, pretty much you're just bear forming and you're cycloning. It's really not hard, but it just gets annoying. So we end up getting precall. As you can see, I'm getting precall like every single kick they have, and I think we actually end up winning in the opener almost. Let's see. I think we killed the Windwalker right here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you guys like watching the Boomy gameplay, but I'm pretty sure we just kill him right here. Yep. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out my other videos. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.